Say what? What you say? Say it again.
Yes, and we're back. Welcome to the show. Say what, say it again. I'm your host, Tyrus Ray, man. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys in here. We ain't going to waste no time today. First, we got my boy, the resident cooker, as I should say, the resident cooker of the cast. The dude that say he be cooking all the time. I don't know what he cooking, but he say he cooking. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, family? Happy Tuesday, man.
Now, I got a question for you, but I'm going to wait till everybody else get in first, but I'm going to ask you a question real quick.
Here we go with this foolery.
I just got a question. You know what? We got my boy here. He took the Cowboy jersey off. James Harris, what's going on, James?
Say what, say it again, baby. That's what's up.
Say it again.
How y'all doing tonight?
Doing good. And last but not least, man, we got my boy Chucky Chuck.
What's up? What's going on, people?
What's up?
Chilling, bro.
Hey, I got a question real quick, man. I think the people might want to know this. When the last time you always talking about you cooking? When the last time you cooked?
I ain't been cooking for a long time, but I'm sick of people every time they running their lips. It's getting disrespectful. So I'm just let the dog stay in the doghouse, bro. Don't let them peek out and go run in the grass, bro. Okay. Yeah, but don't let them peek out and start running in the grass. Yeah. And do you want it?
I mean,
yeah.
you said
the dog do what?
Let the dog stay in the doghouse. Don't let them start peeking around and start running in the grass.
Now,
man.
when you
let them loose, yeah.
I got that. No, so you said
what if they got a fence?
I'm jumping over it.
So you said who won it, Avery?
No, I'm talking. First, I ain't like his facial expression.
Dogs outside in the fence and they're running around the fence.
They're gonna run through and run over it.
Yeah.
Jump over it.
I was just curious, man, you know, what you was talking about. But anyways, man, so we want to go ahead and get our couple of first of all, I want to shout out CYM, man. You know, like I said, we've been partnered up with them for a while, man, but I just want to make sure I shout them out. Instagram, CYM.Louisville Leopards, Twitter, CYM Basketball, Facebook, CYM B-Ball, LinkedIn, Shira Ackerman, Matthias Crowder, and Creating Young Minds. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to them real quick. Anybody got any shout outs they want to get out they want to go ahead and get out there, man? James, you got something?
Nah, not today.
So Southeastern Home Care. And I know you got I seen your profile picture. Somebody got some music out or something?
Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to my cousin Young Noya, John Potter. That's my boy. He just dropped his new single. So go check YouTube for Young Noya, and I also check Apple Music Young Noya.
Apple Music Young Noya, YouTube. Make sure you put that down in the comments in case anybody
I got you.
Curious on how to spell it. Chuck, man, what you got? You got any shout outs? Anybody you want to shout out, bro?
Nah, I'm good. Just thank everybody for tuning in, bro. We good.
All right. What about you, Avery?
Since you want to say nice sweatshirt, shout out to Benners for the shirts, man. If you need some merchandise, man, holla at Ty Benners.
TNT shirt and things, man.
TNT shirt and things, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Make sure you put that in the comments, Tyron, for us. Anybody, add that in the comments for me, bro. TNT shirt and things. Like I said, we appreciate it. I do got one thing I want to go through real quick, man. I just want to give a quick shout out. One of the guys that watches our show a lot, Jared Conway. You see him in the comments a lot, man. You know, he publishes books, and this is the first book that he published a couple months ago. It's called Backstory Soul Searcher, man. It's a pretty good book by Alexis, man. So it's a pretty good book, man. On the back, she got the best thing you can do for a person is to inspire them. That's the quote she had by Nipsey Hussle, and then she also saying how the book was dedicated to her grandma, man. So most definitely check that out. Backstory. Get up with Jared Conway or Alexis, man, and get that book, man, and just check it out and just keep on supporting people, man. But other than that, man, we're gonna get right into it, man. So one thing I kind of want to go over real quick, man. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this first. Is we want to talk about Renee Montgomery, man. You know, we kind of want to just salute her, man, for everybody knows, the situation with Atlanta Dream. They were selling it, and she's part of the group that bought the Atlanta Dream. Renee Montgomery, a former WNBA player, man. So that's big. It's real big to me. So Chuck, how you feel about that?
It's cool, man. It's good for the women that have worked so hard to create their own brand. So, when you create your own brand, you also need to have some control in it. So, it's good. Like I know I want to see with the WNBA more women head coaches. That's their game. So to me, the men doing their thing, let the women, do what they do. But I think it's awesome, especially for an African American woman, to have ownership as well, and have a part in it. So big things for her. I appreciate. I appreciate all that she's doing. She's doing a wonderful job in a lot of areas, just in general. So big ups to Renee.
Yes, ma'am, Megan Price. You are right, Renee. She's doing big things, man. And I know you talk about her a lot on your page, and I believe I follow you on I know I follow you on, obviously I follow you on Facebook. I know I follow you. I want to say it's on either Twitter or IG. I think it's IG. What about you, Avery? How you feel about it?
I think it's awesome. Women having ownership, and hopefully, now I'm gonna disagree with one thing with Chuck. Not saying that it's a women's game, but I hope a woman gets the opportunity to be a head coach on the men's side. So I want to keep the diversity with the men and the women. So I hope that it finally triggers to the point that some like Becky. Is Becky Hammonds the assistant coach for the Spurs?
Yeah,
I think she's very.
I think she's a lead assistant too.
Yeah, I think she's well qualified to be a head coach in the NBA. So I don't want to close off the women. Just the women. But I hope one day women can have an ownership in the NBA as well, or any type of league. I mean, even in baseball, they have the Marlins have a GM that's a woman. So hopefully this makes a movement for the women. So yes, I'm very proud of her and the way they stand for the Senate race in Georgia. It made a lot of change. So
yeah, and I agree with you, Megan. I think she will be the first female NBA head coach. I think even Chuck has said it before too.
Mm-hmm.
I think her opportunity will be coming up very soon. How you feel about it, James? I know you said you did a little research on it. How you feel about it?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Renee Montgomery, she's only 34 years old. And last year, I didn't know, but she set out the 2020 season to focus on social justice. So that's real big of her, too. And the way they got the team, the Georgia, the Atlanta Dreams, the senator, she was actually, part owner of the team. And she was mad that the Dreams was fighting for social justice. So she was like, I might as well just sell my team. And, they stepped forward, Renee Montgomery and two other people. Them three stepped forward and bought the team, which is awesome, man. That's real big. So big up to them, man.
That is dope, man. You put me onto something. I knew it was a situation going on, but I didn't really research it as much as you did and to find that out, man. I think that's
she was disagreeing with the Black Lives Matter. That's
yeah.
They forced her out. Yeah.
So yeah, man. I mean that's crazy, man. So yeah, so next, man, we're gonna go ahead and salute the Renee Montgomery. I think it's epic, man. I think it's real big, man. I think we should make a big thing of it, man. That she's a part owner because other than her and was it Jordan, like those are the first people that's really that played the game that's really kind of even part of ownership. So I mean that's salute, man. That's pretty dope. So next, man, we're gonna go to a topic. And we coined this one. We named this one "New York State of Mind." So pretty much, man, we're gonna talk about the state of New York basketball, man. So the first question I have for y'all, and I don't necessarily know how I feel about this question, but the question is Harden in the MVP race? How do you feel, James?
For sure. Since Harden left Houston, you see what their record is now. And they done lost 12 in a row. So Houston is trash. So that lets you know how important Harden was. Since he's been there, he's been averaging 25 points, 11 assists, and 9 rebounds. And last game, he just went off for 30 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists with 0 turnovers. He actually is making Kyrie Irving a better passer. I think so, too. He got DeAndre Jordan, all them boys playing defense. At first, they started off kind of rocky. But ever since he got in that little spat with DeAndre Jordan, their defense has turned around. And since he's been there, like he's the Iron Man too. He's always playing. They last 10 games, they're 9-1. So I definitely think he's in a run right now. Because he's been on the court all the time. Since Durant been out, 9-1 now? Yeah. The last 10 games. So it's because of Harden. Even with Kyrie sitting out, he's still hooping like that. So
I mean, you bring up You bring up an interesting point, man. I didn't even really think about that. The fact that Harden don't really miss miss games, man. Nah, it's New York basketball, Tyron. It ain't just Brooklyn basketball because you got more than one team that's playing good in New York. So stop it, bro. And I got stop it if I get on you. Chuck, man, how you feel about you think Harden MVP? Is he in the MVP race?
I'm kind of on the fence with it. I mean, it of course is going to look better with who he's playing with now. He's not doing anything different from what he was doing in Houston. Numbers are the same, triple doubles. He's averaging less 2 sacrifices for the team, so big props for that. But he's not doing nothing that he hasn't been doing. If you look at the Nets, when they have either two, they're winning. They started off without Kyrie. They were winning. When you look at Harden and Kyrie playing together, they were winning. So it pretty much don't matter what two they have on the court. The outcome has pretty much been the same throughout the season. So, I mean, of course he's playing well. You can put his name in there, but I would lean more towards no because of the way that team is constructed. I feel like it's easy to have that success with the dynamic of that team, whether you have KD or Kyrie. So his name is in the conversation, but I don't take too much stake in it.
All right, what you think, Avery? Harden is Harden in the MVP race?
Yeah, I mean, for having injured KD, he's actually making Kyrie conform to what they need to do to win. I've never seen Kyrie really try to give it the basketball. Now I know Chuck was last night talking about the last few minutes. He was doing his one-on-one. I mean, he should have last night. He should have took the ball out because they had plenty of seconds. He could have got the ball. He could have got the last shot the last second instead of that attempt from the Spurs.
Most definitely.
But I just think he's more impressive. He has taken less shots. He's making that team a lot better. You can see the unselfishness. I thought he was a lot of ISO, dribble, and Houston, but I'm seeing that he's really facilitating and making that team better. So yes, I think he's strongly in the MVP race. I never thought he would adapt this well to Brooklyn, but he's very impressive. And the way Houston is playing, you can totally see the total difference of why he deserves to be the part of the MVP race.
So I got a question. When we say MVP race, what does that consist of? Is it top 5? Is it top 3? Is it it?
I think right now to me, I mean, I know KD, but I kind of think he's probably the most valuable player on that team. It's just the way Brooklyn's playing. I don't know. I mean, you don't know. KD, of course, we think he's the better player.
No, but what I'm saying is when we say like he's in the MVP race, I'm saying like what do we consider the MVP race? Is that top 3? Is that top 5? You get what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a lot of people that MVP have great years. I mean, is people thought Luka was going to be the MVP? Was he top 5? I mean, so I'm not going to say that. Is Westbrook top 5 when he won the MVP? Nah. So I just think it's a year-to-year basis. I mean, I'm not going to say that. Go ahead.
I don't think you get what I'm saying.
No,
to answer your question, top 5 maybe, top 3 no.
Top 3 most definitely. That's what I'm getting at. Because
I can't say that because even when Westbrook won the MVP, he wasn't a top 5 player in the league.
Well, I'm not asking you that. Opinionated question. My opinion is if you look at top 3, I'm taking right now. I'm taking LeBron. I'm taking Embiid, and I'm taking Jokic over Harden. I am.
No. I don't think he's saying that. He's saying
no. Chuck is right.
You're saying top.
What I'm saying is if the MVP voting ended today,
okay.
Is he in your top 3 or is he in your top 5? You get what I'm saying? Chuck understand what I'm saying.
I didn't understand that. I thought you were talking
because to me, I agree with Chuck. No, he's not in the top 3.
No, he's not.
The top 3 is Jokic,
Embiid, and LeBron.
Yeah, that's
so Joker get a nod over him because
they've been consistent. They haven't dropped.
So he haven't been consistent.
Who?
Since he came to Brooklyn.
Harden's being consistent, James, but look what he have at his disposal.
He only had one player that's really at his disposal like that. KD haven't been with him. Kyrie Irving, okay, you got Jamal Murray.
When he hasn't had one, he's had the other. He's had one of them at all times. He's only played
but he got Jamal Murray in his full roster though in Denver.
Jamal Murray is not a Kyrie or a Durant.
But Jamal Murray can hoop though.
He can, but he's inconsistent as well. He is a 50-point game cool.
Hey, you
You're
got a
getting-
50
you're
point
getting
score.
30
You got
from
somebody that
Kyrie
can
or
give you
Durant every
50.
game.
You got another person that can give you 50 though. And then you got their whole team. You got Michael Porter Jr. and all them back. KD haven't been playing, and he got them boys winning 9 out of last 9 and 1 out of 10 games.
Another
Jack,
person
you
that can give
compare-
me
you
50
compare
just because he
apples
gave
to
me
oranges,
50 one
bro.
time.
How much
You
does Jamal Murray average? About 20, about 25 points a game.
No. Right at 20.
Okay,
Unless something that happened drastically over the past.
so
Jokic
I don't know.
Literally he's literally having to average get 40-point games with 15, 20
So
rebounds.
what is-
just for them to win?
they basically doing the same thing to me. Both putting
No,
up
they're
25,
not.
11, and 6.
Well, they're not. They're not doing the same.
So Harden ain't putting up triple double numbers just like Jokic.
Harden had we can get into this argument all we want to.
So
Facts.
since he came to
The most-
Brooklyn,
I-
never
I
been putting up
agree,
triple
Megan.
double
Jamal
numbers.
Murray has been inconsistent.
If you take Harden off that team, they will still win. You take Jokic off of Denver, what you gonna have? Nothing.
It's not.
I don't know. If KD's out, I don't see them winning without Harden, bro. I just don't see it.
Yeah, KD is out.
If you take KD,
They got the
and
better
you
chance
take-
of winning than
And,
Denver.
and,
I
and,
think
and number
Denver have a
two,
better
and number
chance.
two, they're in the East. That's why you say that. Let's just be real.
I mean,
I get
Yeah,
it.
call it what you
Oh,
want.
come on.
If you take,
Yeah,
who's the
I
worst
mean-
team? If you take either one of them off team, who's the worst team? Period. It's Denver.
Denver pretty good.
Wow.
Denver got a solid team. Their team is not bad.
I'm not even.
But
debating
Denver
it.
for the past 2, they got the same team for the past 2 years. I've been number 2 in the West. I don't know.
With
If you
Jokic.
take Jokic off.
Come on, bro.
So you're saying you take Jokic off. They're
You
not
take it
making
off. They might not even be a
So you
playoff
take,
team.
Nah,
if you
I
take
don't
Harden
think
and KD
Hold
off,
on.
if you
So
take
that-
Harden and KD off Brooklyn, they're not making it either. They're not.
you
They're
take
not like
Harden-
Kyrie
you
Irving
take-
just taking them
No,
over the top like that.
Hold on,
You
James.
take
They're not
Harden
winning the
off, and you
title.
still got KD and you got Kyrie.
Well,
They're
KD
still
is
a
not
playoff
playing. That's what I'm
team.
saying. KD
They
is not
arguably
playing
still
right
come
now.
out the East.
Okay,
KD
watch
is not
this.
playing.
So you're saying without Joker, Memphis is better.
Possibly, yes.
I think it's.
No,
yes.
I think it's definitely a toss up. It's a toss
Okay,
up.
cool. Okay, without
It's
Joker,
debatable.
all right, without Joker, way Portland's constructed. I mean, I love Dame Dollar. They're just head over heels.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
Just look at
Everybody
the
y'all
players,
named,
bro.
you can argue
Nobody.
that
No.
they're better than
Hey,
All
them.
right, then. Okay, we can argue.
Avery.
We can hold on. We
Avery.
can
No,
hold on.
hold on.
Will Barton
Because
called
I'm
them,
about to
but
answer my question. We can argue. So don't just say y'all two saying they're not making the playoffs. We're having an argument. So it's
Avery.
possible
I
to make
said,
the playoffs.
Avery.
I said,
But
arguably, they
what we're
won't make
saying
the
is this:
playoffs.
if you take Jokic off of Denver,
I clearly hear what you're saying.
no. There's nobody on Denver's team that even close to Dame Dollar.
Okay, but it's a team first. So I'm
Yes.
not going to say going to drop out all the West. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say that.
It's a team, but it's a superstar-driven league, bro.
I think we're kind of debating something that really don't make sense. If you take Jokic off, Jokic is averaging what right now?
Okay,
He's having a handful, maybe 7 games where he had to have 50 and 18, 40 and 20. You take that off of that team, and nobody else.
Hey,
will
you
get
just
anything.
like they took Harden off of the Rockets, and you see what's happening.
What else? What did he have? He didn't have nothing there either.
He would have been hooping better. I bet you had the Rockets in a better position.
When did he never have nothing? He had Chris Paul. He had Russell Westbrook. He had Dwight Howard.
We're talking about this year. We're talking
Man,
about this
don't
year.
even say Dwight
Yeah.
Howard, bro. That's
Well, they
disrespectful.
might have been better.
They
He
didn't
didn't give him a
use.
chance.
They didn't use
actually.
him right. They didn't use him
Yeah,
right.
you
Stop
was
Dwight
it.
Howard.
bro.
Yeah, they didn't use Dwight Howard.
Well, they went to the
right.
conference finals with Dwight
With
Howard.
Howard. What are you saying?
Because of Harden.
Gosh.
It won't
So
because of that on Dwight.
we're gonna poo-poo Dwight Howard, boy. That's wild, man. Okay,
Hey, y'all,
It is what it is, man.
bro. We could just move on because
Because y'all
we-
just thinking like Denver, y'all just made it like Denver's gonna fall to the bottom of the earth and not make no playoff run
without their best player, bro, a top
They're gonna at least
10
be in the
player
playoff.
in the
They're
NBA.
better. Oh, watch it. Golden State's number 8. You think they won't be Golden State without Joker?
No.
Yes. No, they're not beating Golden State. Because Curry is bro.
No.
When teams are evenly matched, the superstar is what puts them
So
over
y'all don't
the
think
other
other
team.
people. So y'all don't think other people can step up at all, bro.
No, man.
No, like, they NBA players, but they ain't gonna step up at all.
No. This is why
They're
you gotta
gonna do the same thing Toronto did.
Yeah,
Double
yeah.
him the whole time and make somebody else beat him. That's how Toronto beat him last year. They double Curry and make somebody else beat him. And nobody's confident on that daggone Warriors team.
Toronto beat them last year.
The year before. However you want to put it, bro. One more time. When Toronto won that championship, right? What did they do to Curry?
It's because 2 people on the team was already hurt and they had Kawhi.
That's
What do you
the
mean?
point. You're making my point. It's only
They had
Curry.
Kawhi, bruh.
You're making my. Oh my
Is
God.
there a Kawhi
What-
on Denver
defense-
without Jokic?
God, what defense did they run? That's all I want you to answer. What did
They
they
had
do?
Kawhi, bruh.
Answer the question.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
You had all defensive
I'm
caliber
good. You're
players
not.
all on that team.
You're not asking. You're not. You're not confident. Only had Kawhi. We're not even having this discussion.
No,
you're not answering the question. Answer the question.
Siakam not all.
Answer. He's not
Siakam made
defense. He's okay.
No, Siakam never made all defensive team.
I don't know.
Kyle Lowry never made all defensive team.
Okay, but he was long in the tooth at the time.
He wasn't long in the tooth, bro.
He was a pit bull. Answer the question. Did they double Curry the whole time? That's all I want you to answer. Yes or no?
He was all they had.
That's the point. That's all they have in the Warriors now. So they will double Curry, like I just said, and make somebody else beat them. That's exactly what I said.
You sound
That's
crazy,
it,
bro.
How's it crazy? What is this?
The argument that went left, and we talking kind of irrelevant from what we.
No, because I've been saying move on. Every one keep running his lips.
I just brought about the Warriors, and y'all said most definitely
because you're basically comparing a Denver team without Jokic to a Kevin Durant and a Kyrie on the team, Brooklyn team. It's not even comparable.
I didn't compare. We're just talking about.
But y'all debating us by saying Denver had that's going to be the better team. That's how the whole argument started. So we're talking
team between the two teams that are in the East and the West. That's not what we. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Ty. That's not what we said,
bro. I've been saying move on. You don't want to keep talking.
You be quiet then,
so we can move on. You keep bringing it up. It's a wrap. Dang, bro, this dude right here, man.
I asked a simple question. I'm going to answer your question.
Ask the next question, man.
Because if we say move on, then bro, move on. Don't stay stuck in the same thing. Will the Knicks make the playoffs or miss the playoffs?
What we don't even know that.
Right now, they're sitting in the 4th seed.
We don't know because we got to move on again. If we get too long in the tooth, move on from the Knicks.
Bro, I mean, we're gonna spend an hour talking about the same thing, bro. I mean,
it is what it is, bro. Go ahead, man. We're talking about this. Go ahead, Jay. What you think about the Knicks?
I don't know.
Well, what I think about the Knicks is they're a great defensive team. Great defensive team in the NBA. I think they're number one in holding opponents points per game. They are like 104 points. Only thing is they're only scoring 105 points a game. So right now their defense is good. Of course, Julius Randle, he's playing out of his mind ever since Derrick Rose came over. They've been 7-3. So I'm assuming he's helping them out. He only averages like 12 points a game, but definitely Tibbs got him playing. I didn't think Tibbs was gonna have him playing as good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought maybe he'll run them in the dirt, but she got him playing real great on defense. So like I said, they got number 2 ranked overall defense in the NBA, number 1 allowing, the least amount of points. So I think they'll make the playoffs, 4th or 5th seed. I don't know.
What you got, Avery?
Oh, my bad. Well, number 1, they have the worst. They have the easiest schedule in the first half. So I'm 50-50. They do have the number 1 defense, but I'm going to base off of what their schedule was. They do have the easiest schedule in the first half. Do I want them to see them make the playoffs? Yes. Am I sure they're going to be the 4th seed? I don't know. But it's a toss-up. The way me and Ty looked at it 2 days ago, from the 4 to the 14 is only 3.5. So Miami could get hot. Atlanta made a coaching change. They could get hot. Toronto could get hot. So I don't know. So I'm 50-50. I like their defense. I like Tibbs, but I don't think they're going to – I think they're going to make the playoffs. I'm going to stay with it, but I don't think they're going to be the 4th, 5th seed like James said.
What you think, Chuck?
I don't think there'll be a 4th seed or 5th seed. I think if they make it, there'll be 8. I think Toronto's going to catch them. I think Miami's going to catch them. And I think Boston's going to catch them. All of them are only 1 game behind. And they haven't even been playing well, some of them teams. So, once they start really getting it together, I think New York can either be the 8th seed or they'll be out. Indiana, possibility, or some other teams start rolling. You never know. But 4th or 5th seed, I highly doubt it. If they're in, they'll be at probably 8.
They need to get rid of Rivers. What they got? Austin Rivers? What they got him for anyway?
Just have another guard, a small guard.
I mean, they got like 5
same size guards, right?
They got a lot of point guards, bro. I mean, you got D Rose, you got what's the dude name? Elfrid Payton, you got the Quigley, you got Austin Rivers.
I like Quigley,
and I think I missed somebody. They still got what's the other dude name that he was in Junior's draft? What's his name?
Frank something.
Frank Ntilikina. Yeah, you still got him too. They got like 5. Well, that's a lot of point guards. But like Avery was saying, man, it's. I mean, you got from 4 to probably 14, man. From the Cavs, not really. From the Magic on up to the Knicks, man. Anybody could hit. You could hit 4 or 5 game streak and be in the playoffs, man. I personally, I don't think the Knicks are gonna make the playoffs. I know Miami.
Is it because of their scoring? Y'all think y'all got them so low because they can't score?
It's just for me, man. I just look at the teams that's not in there. Like you got the Pacers is a 9th seed. I think the Hawks will do better. Honestly, it may not look like it right now. I think the Warriors, not the Warriors. I'm sorry. I think the Wizards. I think the Wizards will make the playoffs, man. To be honest with you, I mean they've been playing pretty good lately. I know a lot of people on the show don't believe in Russell Westbrook, but I think the Wizards stand a good chance of making it. So I mean,
they won what was it, 8 in a row, something like that. 7?
They were like 5 in a row, and then they just lost one.
And they're 73 in their last 10 games.
Yeah, so I mean they've been playing. They've been playing much better, man. I know one of them games, somebody didn't play.
Westbrook.
Yeah, I think it might have been Westbrook didn't play. I think it was a back to back. He didn't play, but and then she said, "How do you feel about Utah having the easiest schedule in the second half?" And then someone else said, "How do we feel about Kobe being the new logo?" Anybody want to answer one of those questions?
I feel like Utah's gonna. I feel like they're gonna get the 1 seed. They're gonna be the 1 seed to me going into the playoffs. What they do with it still yet to be determined. We see normally what happened with them once they get to the playoffs, but I do think they will wind up being the 1 seed out the West. They just have an overall team right now, and they're just clicking. The Kobe logo topic, I mean, that's a no-brainer for me. Of course, I'm going to be with it. Diehard Kobe fan. So that's in my book. That's kind of absolutely. That's pretty much where I'm at with that.
Man, I forgot that does play a factor in that play-in tournament. I forgot about that play-in tournament. So it most definitely does play a factor in it. I mean,
what is the seeding on that play-in tournament?
I forgot. Avery, you remember?
Was it 7th through the 10th?
7th through the 10th. So I mean, if you looked at the standings right now, it could be you could have dang near anybody. So, I mean, it really, honestly, I think it's gonna be like it was last year, man. You just like with Portland, you just gotta get hot around the right time. I think that's what's gonna be for the East. Whoever hot down that stretch, I think they'll be fine. That's my opinion. Next subject. Is Brooklyn the best team in the NBA? Honestly, I have to say, with AD being out, I just think they are, man. I mean, especially, even when KD comes back, I think it's hard to stop them from scoring 120, 130, 140 points, man, just with the way they score. What you think, Avery?
Yeah, I do. Even if AD comes back, I just think they got too much firepower. They're playing better defense now, and it could be because they're playing in the East. And we'll see. I just don't think they're going any short than the East. To the finals. And again, I don't really see AD coming back. But even though AD comes back, I still think they're the best in the NBA. Like you said, there's too much firepower. Now, one thing I can say is this: I've seen James Harden go cold with all the firepower and lose to a undermanned Warriors team. So it is possible.
Well, he handled KD.
Yeah, but no, KD was injured for the Warriors. So you
still had Steph and Clay, though.
Yeah, Steph and Clay, but they had Chris Paul and James Harden. They had a better team.
Hey, look, now that's when you could say, I don't know what it was, but in that series, I'm just giving my opinion. That series, Chris Paul looked long in the tooth. I don't know, but ever since then, he's looked good. But for some reason in that series, he did not look good. I don't know if it's because him and Harden I guess they was beefing internally or what, but he didn't look good in that series.
He was. I think he was the best player in the series.
Not in that series. Not when. Not if I'm not mistaken. No.
That was the semifinals.
Yeah. That was that year he got hurt. He was killing.
He
got hurt.
The Rockets should have won that series.
You talking about the one when he was killing, right?
Now when KD was out,
both of them they should have.
Both of them. You're right. Both of them.
They should have won. But that year when KD got out, they should have won that series. So,
and they should have won that game 7.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one could,
and it's in Houston, so yes.
I mean, one could argue if Clay don't go out, Toronto might not beat them.
Oh, I believe that.
I mean, they still was a Curry shot away from making it to the pushing it to Game 7 without Clay. What you think, James? What you think?
Without
Brooklyn the best team?
AD, I think I always had Brooklyn going to the finals. Philly, they pose a threat to them. I think if anybody go pose a threat in the East, is Philly, simply because they got them big players. Who gonna stop Embiid? Really, Ben Simmons could kind of match up with. I ain't said he can't, but he can make it a little bit tough for KD. It's gonna be the guards that try to shut down Harden and Kyrie. And then Harden, if he could play defense on what's the small forward for Philly name? Tobias Harris. If Tobias Harris can
that's
step
your
up
boy.
his
That's
game.
your cousin.
Yeah, if Tobias Harris can step up his game and been playing like this, Philly will be they test in the East. Hopefully AD get back. If AD get back, the Lakers definitely going. That'll be a good series. I'm gonna take the Lakers because that's my squad to win the whole thing. But so if you answer the question, I'm going with the Lakers, man. I don't think Brooklyn gonna win. I got the Lakers.
What you got, Chuck?
I think obviously they are. And now, especially that they're playing on the defensive side of the ball, makes it even worse for everybody else. Now they're figuring defense out. So once they figure defense all the way out, you have a problem. So now you have to figure out how to stop somebody from scoring 120, 130 points. How are you going to score over 100 points if they're clicking defensively? Like it's pretty much crazy. Like, and one of them go cold, you still got two other people who can give you 40, possibly more. Like it's ridiculous, man. Then you got role players who give you 20. Joe Harris start hitting, Shamet start hitting, DeAndre Jordan catching lobs. They all over the place, bro. Like it's just crazy.
And something interesting I seen about Joe Harris. That joker's shooting 50% from the 3-point line, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever even
He
seen
shoot 70%
like
from the free throw line.
He shoot like 60 something. Yeah, like
and it's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
You got potentially three people that you can arguably say top 5 in the league, but they're not even your best shooter on your team. Like that's crazy.
I mean, but I don't know, man. I mean, hey, look, I know I can't shoot, but I might shoot 50% too if I was open all the time. I'm just saying, man. You got 3 people drawing that much attention, you're gonna be open a lot. All you got to do is
that's why they kept him.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why they kept him. I think another reason why too he couldn't because he just signed that contract. I don't think he could be traded, but I guess that's neither here nor there. But I mean, I agree pretty much what everybody said, man. I just think the Nets got a lot of firepower. I think with AD, man, I think it's going to be a good series. I think we might could get them in 7 though, man. I think it's possible the Lakers could get them, but it's just I think a couple things got to go wrong, man. But I guess we'll see. Next, man, I know everybody's been anticipating where J.J. Watt was going to go. He chose Arizona. I heard he had some bigger deals to go different places. I'm not sure where those places was. But how you feel about JJ in Arizona, Chuck?
I mean, it is what it is. I don't particularly like it. I mean, I wanted him to go somewhere. I don't feel like Arizona is a contender, not in my opinion. I wanted him to go somewhere where somebody was going to contend for the Super Bowl. I think he deserves it. But I think he kind of went there, it seems to me, based off reports and things, because him and Hopkins were kind of talking and, trying to link back up and get back together. So it seemed like Hopkins had a little bit to do with his decision as well, trying to get them back together. So, I mean, it's cool. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how much of a difference he can make on that team particularly. I think they still gonna wind up being the same team that we've been seeing in the thick of things, but not quite a contender. So I don't particularly like it. I would have liked him to go somewhere else, but it's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what he do.
What you think, Avery?
Super Bowls are not guaranteed, so I mean, why not take the money? They do have a nice young squad, even D Hops, and I know they're older, but the squad in general is pretty good. I know he had opportunities to play with the Tennessee. They had the same deal on the table. He had opportunities to play with Cleveland. I think they had the same amount of money on the table. But I think it's fine. I think all 3, Cleveland, Tennessee, and Arizona, are all in the same boat. I personally thought he should have went to Kansas City. I mean, I think that's been his best shot to get the title. But
did they offer him that same deal?
Maybe a little less, but if you're saying you want a championship, you didn't say about money. So I mean, let's be real.
You got me off when he said that.
Yeah, you got more money.
Arizona.
Yeah, when he got released, he got more money in Arizona. He was only going to get 17. Now he gets 23. So I mean, I understand the money. I mean, money moves everything. But if you were trying to win the championship, I would win to Kansas City. So
what you think, James? You mad the Cowboys didn't get him in?
He didn't want to come to us, so I don't know if we had the money to give to him anyway. We still got to pay Dak.
Y'all definitely don't got no money.
But I don't know, man. Like I'm like with everybody else. You know, he went to the hardest division in, I say, football. Shoot, that division ain't those. The 49ers, they got all their people coming back. Seattle, Russell's still there. Then you got the Rams. They done stacked. Like he just went to an extra hard division. So I don't know how his linebacker core and his, you know, they got Patrick Patterson still back there. So
yeah, I mean, I honestly, man, if you look at some of the big names they got on defense, you got Budda Baker, you got Pat Pete, you got was Isaiah Simmons,
Chandler Jones,
you got JJ Watt.
And they also said that Watt wanted to kind of get out of the AFC. He didn't want to play Houston twice or play Houston at all. So there was a theory out there as well. He was trying to get out of the AFC.
Why do you think he didn't want to play Houston?
I think that he had so much love for the city that they were saying that he didn't really want to, I guess, fraternize them or something, whatever, something like that. I don't think he cared about the organization. It was just more the city. You come back, try to beat me up twice, like a Brett Favre going back from Minnesota to go to Green Bay. So who cares? But I mean, if you run in the championship, I don't care if I'm going to AFC or NFC. I'm going for the best team. So
yeah, he threw me off when he said he wanted to win a championship. Then I seen he went to
but he got his money now.
Arizona. I mean, I look, I ain't hating on nobody getting paid. He said Pittsburgh.
That's his brother.
Yeah,
but you think Arizona could be a playoff team though?
Yeah, I think honestly, I think if Kyler don't get hurt last year, I think they was a playoff. I think it's possible there's a playoff team. But I mean, he had that shoulder. I forgot what it's called, but he had some type of shoulder injury, which really limit his. To me, it limited his running because I think he was scared to get hit and fall on that shoulder. So he didn't run a lot at some point. But
yeah, it's just an interesting decision going into that division for me.
I mean,
that's a tough division. Yeah. Real tough.
I mean, I play with them on Madden a lot. To me, I think the team is pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but nobody's confident in them to win the to win the championship. That's the whole point.
No, win the championship. No. I don't think win the championship. No, but I do think they could be a playoff team. Like I said, I just really think that if he didn't get hurt, I think it's possible that they could have been a playoff team last year. And what you about to say, James?
That's a tough division, Bo.
All right, it's most definitely a tough division. Hopefully Russ will leave and it'll get a little easier for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, bro. If Russ leave, it's most definitely gonna get. I think
if y'all healthy, I think y'all will beat the Seahawks. I think if y'all healthy, I think y'all have to be healthy.
And then now you got this LA team with the best defense, so it's a tough division, man.
And look, they only got the best defense because the best defense is hurt. I'm just saying, but you know, I guess that's debatable too. But I mean, I get what you're saying, though. I mean, it's definitely. I mean, it ain't no NFC East. I'm just saying. But you know, I mean, I think it's. I don't know. We'll see, man. Because sometimes, you know, football is the only sport I've ever seen where teams will be good this year, have the same exact team the next year, and be terrible.
True that.
So, I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They was good that they 1 year. What was they? Like 12-4, something like that.
When they were playing in that.
When they played in the AFC. They played in the AFC Championship game. It was like 12-4, something like that. And then they ain't really been good since. And then I mean, well, they let go a lot of the talent, but that next year they had the same exact team pretty much, if you ask me. But I mean, things change. So next we're gonna stay in the same division. We got Russell Wilson, man. Like I keep seeing it, but do you really think he's leaving? Because he's kind of really ain't said he wanted to leave, but he ain't really said he was staying either. What you think, Avery?
I mean, if his agent puts it out there, the 4 teams, I believe he want to leave. I mean, you just don't put it out there and then come back and himself say he don't want to leave. I don't think he's leaving Seattle, but I think he's trying to give leverage so Seattle start listening to him. And then I know they're talking about Pete Carroll is not listening to him now, and he thinks he knows everything. And so, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we got about 2-3 months to see, you know, just to see where it moves.
Yeah, I think
so we'll see. But for right now, I don't think he's going nowhere for real. Yeah. I think they're gonna give him what he wants. Because if they don't, unless they trade Dak for Russell Wilson, If they don't do that, then I don't see Seattle being the contender.
So if they did trade him, where do you think they're trading him to?
What 4 teams do we want to go to?
The
I know
4
that.
teams,
I know.
the Saints, Dallas, the Bears, and the Raiders. He has a no trade clause, so he controls that.
Yeah, he controls it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think if Dallas trades him, then they're going to sign Dak and trade him to Seattle. That's what I think is going to happen if they do it that way, which would be smart. But if they don't do that, Seattle's done. So I just don't see them just trade him. You ain't gonna trade him to the Bears and try to go to the draft for a quarterback. Nah, it doesn't make sense.
Nah, they best bet if they was gonna trade to be the traders behind to the daggone Raiders.
For who? For Derek Carr?
I mean, just get him. You don't want him in the NFC. I can tell you that.
Yeah, you don't want to NFC.
You don't want him in the NFC, and I mean that's the only AFC team he really listed. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
I don't really know. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you want to send him to the Saints because if you send him to the Saints,
send him to the Saints, they're gonna be tough.
They going. I think they're going to Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. So you give them a chance.
But the issue is this: Russ was cooking at the beginning, and he always
cooking at the beginning.
Yeah, he was cooking at the beginning. He wasn't that good at the end. So I don't know if that's
that.
An improvement. They're going to win the Super Bowl. I like it, but I see why Russ is picking those type of teams. Except the Raiders, I don't understand that one. But it's easier.
Avery, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that that the Saints is more of a complete team than the
rest
Oh
of them?
yeah. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying,
like, you know what I mean. I'm saying you got running game, you got Kamara, you got Latavius Murray, you got
and he'll be protected as well.
Yeah, you got a good offensive line, you got one of the top defense. You know what I'm saying? You got.
I am saying that, but you also know that if you're
receivers might be the question. I don't know.
Oh, I think they got Emmanuel Sanders and Michael Thomas.
They
got good receivers.
Yeah.
I just think you know how this football thing goes.
I acknowledge the first name you said.
Michael Thomas on the play 6 games last year.
This is okay. I thought it was never mind. We good.
The man broke. You can't acknowledge a man that broke the wide.
I didn't say nothing about him. I like Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas. If you out there,
James, he got a fantasy. He still got a fantasy hangover.
Yeah, he hurt. I ain't gonna lie. He hurt me, man.
The man played 6 games, man.
Oh Lord, we got another Dallas fan watching the show. Oh man, come on. But I mean,
Megan Price. That's my new homie now.
I think if he goes to the Saints, what's the other team? You said Saints,
Raiders. You said Raiders, the Bears.
Bears. What's
the 14? Okay, heck, I ain't mentioning that team. But the Bears, I think if he goes to the Bears, they gotta bring back Allen Robinson. But I think that's a good team too. I mean, I don't think the Raiders is a bad choice. They had a good running game. You got Waller, you got young receivers. I don't know what the offensive line is
they
like.
Were like 9-7 last year, the Raiders.
No, I don't think it was 9. They were 9-7, was it?
Oh, 7-9.
7-9, man. That sounds more realistic, probably. But I mean, I think that's. I don't know. Please don't let Russ go to Dallas. I know, right? Please don't.
That's what Sierra want to go.
That's what who?
Sierra.
Nah, I think she said she want to be in a big city. She want to be
Vegas. That's why he chose Vegas.
Well, that's why he picked Chicago and all that.
She do a residence there in Vegas.
If I think about all that stuff. No disrespect to anybody that's from Chicago, but if I was picking cities, I don't think I'm picking Chicago. I'm just saying
it's a big city.
It's a big city, but I would have picked. Market. I would have picked New York. I would have said. I guess he ain't going to the Chargers or the Rams. Never mind. He ain't getting over there. But I mean,
and Dallas is a huge market because we're on TV. Everybody loves us. We make billions of dollars. So
I guess he wants some of them Campbell soup commercials. I don't know. Chuck, what you think?
I don't think he's going nowhere.
Campbell soup money, bro.
I'm with you, Chuck. I'm with you 100%.
I think it's more of
a play.
Organization problem I think it's above the coaches is where he has his issue because to me I don't really think it's an issue on the field because they pretty much put the ball in his hand and said do what you want. I mean that's quarterback dream.
I don't want to see us twice a year with Russ.
So yeah, I just don't see it. I think that's where he'll be, where he'll stay. I think they definitely need to fill the void and make him feel comfortable because I think his biggest issue is being protected. So they need to fix that problem immediately because I think that's his biggest issue. Because last year he wasn't playing well, but he also was running for his life a lot during the season. So
yeah,
they need to fix that. They need to fix that problem ASAP.
Tell you, I wish we were in the same division as them jokers, boy, because I'd take his behind right now.
Well, Eric, if truly told, I'm scared of Dallas with that. I mean, our division is terrible. So I mean, It doesn't matter. I
No.
told James.
3 out of 14
they
is
better.
terrible.
You're right. I mean, y'all have the better quarterback. That's how you win football games.
Exactly.
Y'all better go 6-0. It's just that simple.
Easy.
It should be.
Hey, Avery, them gonna be the only 6 wins they get to.
It
6
is.
and,
And
6 and
the
10.
way we
I
playing,
recall
we won't
bopping
get
somebody
five.
from San Francisco last year. I bopped somebody from San Francisco
I recall
last
us
year.
having a better record than y'all too.
No,
but
we
I
still
mean, I guess
bop
we don't
y'all,
talk
though.
about. We had a better record.
Get out of here. Who
What
was doing push-ups live?
Nobody at that I recall. James, what you got, man? I don't want to hear no.
I think
don't
I'll
wanna hear
stay
no
in
bull
Seattle.
job. Oh, you think it'll stay in Seattle?
Yeah, I think I'll stay in Seattle. But Dallas is it's a nice market for him there. If you want to come, if Dak, we can't work stuff out with Dak. It's nice. He come over there with all them weapons we have. Only thing we need to get is some defense. You will pick that up in the draft.
So James, quick question for you. I want to see where your loyalty at. So if you had these two scenarios,
Dak,
you get Dak back, and he's the same way as before he got hurt. But you have an opportunity to have Russ. Which one you want?
I'm team Dak.
So you rather have him than Russ at their best.
I'm team Dak.
I got a question for y'all. I'm just curious about something. If Russ went from Seattle to Dallas, what's the difference between the two teams? Like, but neither team defense is very good.
The division, first of all.
I mean, the division, I get that,
that's a big thing.
I mean,
in football, that's a huge thing.
I think Dallas Zeke is an upgrade at the running back position.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Zeke. You're right.
Got to have a running game.
But do you think DK? Do you think DK and Lockett is better than? I mean, do you think what is it? What's your wide receiver, James?
Cooper and Gallup.
You
Cooper,
think
Gallup,
you think that receiving core is better than?
I can't think of what I'm talking.
You think that receiving core is better than
3 receivers
DK and Tyler Lockett?
With Russ, I would say yes. With Russ, yes, I would.
But
for the simple fact, if you look at it, it was
CD Lamb too.
Them boys. It was like they was when one played well, the other one did. Like it was weird. Metcalf go crazy. Lockett's nowhere to be seen. Lockett has a great game. All of a sudden, that DK don't. I mean, I just think Russ would make, and I think the people they have around them also makes them better because they have a couple of more weapons. You still got CD Lamb. You got. I think they have more options to open it up for everybody versus Metcalf. If you can't with them, you can't get the Lockett and Metcalf. You're just in trouble. But you have more options with Dallas, and I think with his capability, I think they'll be a lot better. I think it'll be a better overall core.
What you think, Avery? You think either team is like different? To me, they're like the same team.
Dallas has the better receiving core. I mean, they have a better trio. But I other than that, I think the team's the same.
All right, just curious, man. Because to me, it's
because you can't legitimately name a third receiver on that you're confident on Seattle.
I mean, but heck, if them two you got is studs though. Both of them went for over 1,000 yards, and I mean,
well, that's all.
I get what you're saying though.
And then I like the tight end that Dallas got too. They just need to use him more.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just real. Just like the same equivalent for
talk about
he needs and then the same equivalent for Charles' team. They didn't use that tight end more. Mike Glitz, what's his name? Mike Glitz or something.
Gesicki.
I think I had that joke on my daggone what's the name.
And I don't think Russ used the tight end very well. I mean, they don't really get him any yards with him, but
I mean they used Jimmy Graham when they had him, no?
They what?
They used Jimmy Graham when they had him.
They ain't use Jimmy Graham. They use him in the red zone, but they ain't use him as yard.
They ain't use that. Once Jimmy Graham left, it was a wrap for my man.
You can't. Some of them just a lot of talented wide receivers. I mean, talented tight ends. You got to give them the football at least 5 attempts or something like. You know what I mean? Give them some touches, but they don't even try that in Seattle. That will take some pressure off them as well to get the ball out quick with them.
Yeah, it seemed like everything with them is long developing, man. Everything is deep down the field, long developing plays. So I know we talked about the Eastern Conference earlier, man, but I wanted to kind of, I guess, put it in perspective, man. Is the Eastern Conference really that bad, or do you think it's just competitive? Because I know we dog LeBron for years for being in the East not being that good. but it ain't got much better since he's left. Last year I think was pretty good before the bubble. I don't know what happened since then. What you think, Chuck?
In my opinion, the East is better than it was then. I do feel like the East is competitive. I just feel like nobody. It's weird that they're not playing well. You have quality teams. When you look at the Miami Heat team, the Boston team, the Toronto team, the Milwaukee team, the Indiana team, you look at the personnel on the Wizards, you look at the personnel on the Hawks. Like they're just not playing well. Like you never had this many, I guess you could say superstars or stars or all-star, whatever you want to call it, in the Eastern Conference like these group of guys. So I think it's more competitive. I just, for whatever reason, nobody's playing well. Like, it's weird. But I think it's more competitive. It's bad, but I don't think it's because of a lack of talent or a lack of good teams. It just seems nobody's playing well. Like, it's weird. But I think it's competitive.
I know one thing that was mentioned too. I don't know if anybody's really took this into consideration, but the Final Four teams that was in the bubble last year, the Lakers, Denver, Boston, and Miami, like everybody's either had injury issues or hasn't really gotten off to a great start. I know Marcus Smart has been hurt. I don't know how long he's been hurt now, but I know he's been hurt for a little bit. AD's been hurt. Denver's had a lot of issues. Miami, who hasn't been hurt on Miami? You know what I mean? So maybe it's the bubble, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know. I expect more from a lot of these teams. Me personally, what you think, Avery?
The East has not been good in 25 years. Let's just be real. The East has one or two teams that you feel like they're going to win it, and that's it. If you look at the record, I'm not confident in the East. The only teams that you're very confident in is Brooklyn and the Bucks and Philly, and usually that's how it is. 3 teams and the rest is trash. I mean, I ain't gonna say trash, but it's competitive enough. But at the end of the day, they're not going to be there at the end. I think it was a luck of the draw for Miami to get to the finals because of the bubble. But I think if it was a regular season, I don't see Miami making the playoffs. You can see now, regardless of injuries or not. You're right, Chuck. Wizards, I guess the team is okay. Atlanta, I'm very disappointed in them because I thought it'd be better, but they have injuries as well. Charlotte, I'm not shocked by them because I told you again, I thought young Ball and them guards are going to be all right. And I thought that was my sleeper for the young Ball. But Orlando is Orlando. Charles, you called Toronto. You said they're going to fall off. They fell off. Boston is very disappointing. You don't feel like they're going to win a championship. There's only 3 teams you really feel like has a chance to get to the finals. And that's usually every year. Even with LeBron, you feel like it was just LeBron. Even when Toronto won 60 games, you still felt like it was LeBron. You didn't, you didn't feel like it was Toronto. You didn't feel like when the Hawks were number 1 for 2-3 years, nobody was confident. Just because they're number 1 seed doesn't mean anything. So the East has not been good since Jordan left.
So I know you mentioned Boston. Like, what you think is the underlying issue though in Boston? Is it the coach?
First of all, they need somebody to control the game. And I like Kemba, but he's always injured. Mm-hmm. And I do. And that's what they need. I don't think they need a wing. They got the young Big Williams, is what me and James was talking about. But I think Boston needs somebody to actually help control the game. So when they were talking about that trade with Alonzo Ball and Kemba, is a better defender, and he's going to pass, and like Steven Adams, and he's going to pass the ball to get him in certain sets to be able to shoot. And both of the Ball brothers do the same thing. I just think LaMelo is an aggressive, more aggressive scorer. More aggressive. Right. But Lonzo is playing better this year. But that's what I think they need. I think they need somebody to control. Like, why not came back and brought Rondo back? That would have worked. A defender that can control the game and be able to help the young guys grow. So I don't think it's none. I just think they need a piece or two, and whatever Danny Ainge figures out. But they got the talent there. I don't think they don't. The talent is there. They got young pieces.
Nah, the talent. I mean, the talent is there, man. I love the way Jaylen Brown has been playing this year, man.
And I love the rookie Pritchard. He's been playing well too. The one from Oregon. He's been playing well. Robert Williams, finally he's healthy. He's been playing well. I thought Tristan Thompson was going to be a upgrade, and it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Kemba's hurt all the time, which I told y'all the other day. Yeah. I'm glad when we were talking last night with Charlotte about them not signing to 200. I get it. So I don't know.
It's something about the smaller guards when they get older, man. Sometimes a lot of times their body just don't, especially like the quicker, the guards like that, their bodies just don't hold up for whatever reason. I mean, I don't,
and that's why when we were talking about Trae Young with the contract, yes, he's gonna get the big contract. I get it. But are you saying that because you can't get nobody to Atlanta? Or are you saying that because you think Trae Young can change your organization?
I'm 75 on the first part, and I'm 25 on the
second one. Then you
said
about
the first part.
Yeah,
so first part.
Yeah, I agree with that. So you're paying him because you can't get nobody there. Yeah, right, exactly. But it's going to be the same Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah. They losing still.
So that's why I see why the Hornets. I mean, he could have got the 200, but the Hornets would never been different. So
they would have been paying him 200 to lose.
Right. That's simple. To lose.
He said, "Do we think Kemba 30 ball was a fluke, or did the opposing team have bad night?"
Kemba can go, bro.
He can score. There's no doubt about it. It's just go. Yeah, it's just him staying healthy and being consistent. I think that's what Avery's saying. He's not healthy. Therefore, it's like they don't have that consistent point guard. So sometimes it's Marcus Smart ain't there right now either. So it's either George Teague, and I don't know why they didn't.
Tatum been out too. I don't understand the COVID situation.
Yeah, I don't understand why Wanamaker didn't come back.
I don't know, but they have the rookie there that's been playing over T, and they got Pritchard. He's been playing well.
Who's? Oh, okay.
They have a rookie. Yeah. They have two people over T. T's not getting no clock anymore. So
I know early in the season he was. Why?
Yeah, I know.
Early in the season he was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What you think, James?
With the East, I think like Chuck is more competitive. I think a lot of COVID situation. A lot of people been out with COVID injuries. Man, it's been a lot of injuries this year. It's still what Avery say. It still ain't nowhere near the West. It probably never will be. But I'm with Chuck though. It is more competitive. The teams do look better. It's been a lot of COVID with Boston. Definitely like Tatum. He been out for COVID. Kemba, he always hurt for some reasons. Marcus Smart been out. Tristan Thompson, I thought Tristan Thompson was the piece. You remember I tell y'all this whole time. They need Tristan Thompson.
I thought so too.
Jaylen Brown, he stepped up like I thought he would, and also Jason Tatum. He's still, he's an all-star. So
is Tristan done? You think? Y'all think he done?
I think he's a backup.
If he ain't rebounding, what has Tristan? But he's your Robin. That's why I like.
What was you about to say, Avery?
What has he done in the NBA that's been impressive?
Like he's your Robin.
He's probably one of the best offensive rebounders in the game.
But he's not doing that.
I mean, he's rebounding. He's rebounding. But he just don't do nothing else. Like that's it.
That's it. And watch it. The only reason he got that money because they won that championship and he was LeBron. If he was just on that same Cleveland Cavaliers team,
I agree.
I
agree. This is the one thing I don't understand. You see these guys in the offseason, they got these tapes, they cooking. They, flow the gang. They shooting threes. You're like, okay, they working on the game, and then they
don't use it.
No,
you see them in the real game, and you like,
it's totally different.
And that Kardashian effect messed them up too.
Cause I swear I seen that joke in the offseason cooking everybody.
I'm rolling them dice, bro.
I got you.
I'm rolling them dice, bro. I'm rolling them dice, bro. You already got my chip too. He got
that little floater game. He got that little floater game popping.
He's after like 4 points. She's right. Like he's not. I would just go and make a pat and try to get Drummond and go for it. I would just go ahead and get Drummond.
Drummond for who though? Oh, you talking about buyout?
If they can get him in a buyout or trade for him, get Tristan Thompson.
The young boy Williams.
Williams.
Well, you got to give up somebody.
But that's what I'm saying. What they're going to trade him
for? Thompson for Drummond. You got to give up more.
Let's get
real. $20 million a year. What you going to trade for him?
But watch this. Technically, Cleveland not going to take that back. They still got too many bigs.
They have to because. If Boston's over the cap, they have to take something back.
No, I don't think. I think they'll try to get something else for besides what you're saying. I get what you're saying. They're gonna have to take some back. 100% agree. But
I'm saying, what would you think it would take though? Would you trade Kemba for?
Yeah, I'll trade Kemba for Drummond.
But they already got them two guards.
I don't think Cleveland gonna take that.
No, watch it. To get out of that contract to open up space next year. If you get rid of Drummond, you get rid of Kemba, that's more cap space to go bring somebody to help out Tatum and Brown.
No, I'm saying I don't think Cleveland will make that trade. You see what I'm saying? Because you got Colin Sexton and Garland.
They can't get the bigs either. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I guess only on buyout. So we're both saying the same thing. I mean, I'm with you. But I like Drummond. If Drummond can get to Boston some way somehow, that will help.
And I need to come to LA.
Bro. I don't see him going to LA or daggone Brooklyn unless he get bought out. And to be honest with you, I ain't heard him say much.
I can see him going to the Clip.
You think he go to the Clippers?
Yeah, he go to the Clip.
Who we taking time from?
Serge Ibaka. What you mean?
Unless they slide Ibaka to the 4.
Nah,
he can shoot. He can spread the floor though.
Hey, his career over. That ain't happening.
That's true.
He spread the floor.
And he still can
I played them two together.
Yeah.
Now they gonna have your boy at the 4.
Who? Mark
Playoff P.
At the 4.
Nah, he's a shooting guard.
I'm just messing with you, man. Dang, man. You ain't so I'm the only person that done seen them play small ball, right? Where they be having like they have a big. They have a big.
They played a lot.
They have a big. They had Kawhi, because Kawhi essentially probably the 4. They had Kawhi, they have PG, and then they had them 2 small guard. They had like Pat Bev and
They got your boy from Charlotte now.
And what's my man name? And Lou. Who we have?
But you can't.
Batum. I forgot about Batum.
Oh yeah, Batum's playing well. Now let's just.
I told y'all I want career over.
Yeah, what career?
Look like a career over.
Nah, you're joking.
He don't have as much on his plate in the
right.
And he got his money.
With Charlotte, he had to do something.
Hey, he ain't had nothing on his plate in Charlotte in years, man.
Well, you got,
but now you playing with people where it makes the game easy for you.
Right. And watch this, Chuck. He ain't got that pressure, that big contract either.
That big contract, right?
So I mean, I'm with you. He got his money. He said, "Okay, I can go get a championship." He got his money now. And he stole a lot of money from Charlotte.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
For 5 years.
Hey, look, he ain't even.
I'm with that man. I respect him for going to get the money.
And he ain't even need a ski mask to get it either. Nope. They just gave it to him. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. In Portland, he did look. I ain't gonna say he looked like all the money they gave him, but I mean, he did look pretty good. But I mean, you gotta look at the team he was on though. Yeah, LaMarcus Aldridge. That's pre Achilles, Wes Matthews. When he's one of the best 3 and D guys in the league.
Pre CJ McCollum playing.
Yeah,
and that's a place where I would like to see him go if they had a healthy CJ. I would like to see it. I'm just curious. Drummond, I would like to see it.
You know why I don't want to see him down there, man?
I'm just curious.
Watch this. Every daggone center get down there besides Canada get hurt. So I
don't say they got nothing centers, but they hurt though.
They always get hurt. So I do like it, but I'm just saying every center besides Canada, and they brought Canada back, and they got hurt. So I don't know.
Hey, my man, Canada, another person, man. I mean, he offensive rebounding. He offensive rebounding machine.
He's playing well this year.
But they give you 15 hard minutes, and then you just after that.
Well, he ain't doing 15. He give me about 30, and he's playing
well now.
He's hooping this year. He playing good.
So the Knicks, Spurs up on the Knicks at the half, 51-47. Mills hit a 3 at the buzzer. Okay.
What's wrong with Zach Collins?
Who?
He's hurt.
Oh, he's hurt, right?
So
he done had a couple surgeries. Like he done had a few surgeries.
His knees and stuff. Yeah, he hasn't recovered back. Yeah, he done. They got to let Nutrish go. And I bet you $5 they had a chance to get Joker.
I don't know, man. I think Denver knew what Jokic was, though.
Did Nurkic play with Joker?
Yeah, they play together.
But Nurkic was the high draft pick.
Yeah, he was starting over Joker at first. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know them Jokers apart at first. Not like that. I was just like, okay, they got this dude. I always play with them. Like, okay, they got this dude and that dude.
He another one I like. Like you say, you just can't stay healthy. But I like Nurkic though. Like when he's on the court and he's healthy, I like Nurkic.
But imagine Joker up there.
Where Aminu at? I know he's not in Portland.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Think about Joker in Portland right now. The way Joker playing with
that's a different.
Well, that's a different Portland.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole different conversation.
So I guarantee Portland had an opportunity to get Joker. They just didn't. They wanted to, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to get rid of. They traded Will Barton and all them to go. There was a heavy price to get Nurkic. But they thought Nurkic was going to be the one to ascend, and then you see what Joker doing now. He being Joker, and he ain't playing no jokes. That is his bottom line, man. So
if he the Joker, that means you got all them Jokers, big, little, Mini, playing spade. You got all them. I'm breaking the table with them jokers, boy.
Yeah, he's not playing games with them.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what the second half of the season bring, man. They got this All-Star. How y'all feel about that? I know we about to end it, but how y'all feel about the All-Star weekend this weekend, man? Y'all gonna check out the festivities or? I know normally, man, I make a big deal out of it, but I don't know. It don't seem the same this year, man.
This is the first time I'm not really into it because I know the players not really into it. So as a fan, it makes you not as enthusiastic when you know that not that they don't care, but them guys they trying to rest and recover from they dealing with the situation what's going on too. So as a fan, you're less enthusiastic about it because you know the players aren't really their mindset is not really into it this year like normal. So of course you're gonna watch it, but I
like the calls for it, for the HBCUs if they're making money for those. I like the calls for it, but if my honest opinion, I probably wouldn't have had them. I'd have gave them time to rest, especially with all the COVID situation. How many players been out because of that and all that? So,
yeah, I mean, you're bringing all them players, and I know something's gonna happen. I just have a feeling, unless you don't give them no test.
Everybody going to get chicken wings with Lou.
Lou gonna be back. Lou gonna be back in LA, bro.
Everybody going to get chicken wings. You know where they going.
I mean, I'm just looking at the competition. You got the skills competition. Julius Randle, why is Robert Covington? I'm not gonna go there. Luka Doncic, DeMonte Sabonis, Chris Paul, and
did Sabonis make the All-Star team?
And Nikola. Yeah, he's a replacement for he's a replacement for somebody.
Jimmy Butler turned it down.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at Jimmy because of the reason. Yeah,
because of Bam. Yeah.
Because I was looking at what's the name. I said, well, when I realized, I was like, man, from the get go, Sabonis ain't make it, and
they ain't done the draft. When they doing the draft?
March the 7th.
No. I'm talking about the
Thursday. Yeah, I think it's Thursday.
The All-Star joint. They doing it Thursday?
I think it's Thursday.
Well, they kind of putting everything. And then, like my man said, that I don't know if they got no shooters in this 3-point competition. You got Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown, Steph Curry.
They got some scores.
Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, and Zach LaVine. Oh, okay. DeMonte Sabonis replaced KD. That's who he replaced. And he put y'all.
Steph gonna win it this year.
What do y'all think is wrong with KD? Y'all think they're just resting him?
I think he's. I know there's a difference between being injured and hurt. I think he has something going on, but I think they're being more safe with him because they don't really need him. So I think they're kind of being more safe just to make sure that he's there in the long run.
You want to answer that question on the bottom of the screen, Avery?
Y'all think the Final Four? That's a good question. You said y'all think the Final Four teams from the bubble going to pick up going into the.
I think the Lakers and Denver will.
I don't know. I think Clippers are in a better space. I don't see in a Utah surprise. I don't see them collapsing. I don't see Denver doing it again. 3-1, and coming back. I think Utah is a better team than Denver this year. They just have all their pieces healthy. Jordan Clarkson is playing out of his mind. So I don't think the Final Four is going to be like last year. I don't think it's going to be the Lakers and the Clippers in the Final Four.
What you think? What you think?
A whole lot better.
So what you think the ceiling for the Utah is?
I think it's going to be Utah.
Make the finals
without AD. I think in the West is to me without AD. I think it might wind up being Utah and the Clippers without AD.
The way the Clippers been playing and they've been playing, I know they lost, but I'm with Chuck. I'm not high on Utah. I'm not confident in Utah until I see it. You know what I mean? Like, so I can see where you're coming from, Chuck. The way they've been playing.
You think playoff P gonna show up? I'm just asking.
He ain't never been playoff P.
But you say you think hey, you a fool. You say you think the Clippers gonna make it. No. I'm just saying you say you think the Clippers gonna make it. Kawhi ain't doing it by himself.
He's done it before, so I'm not shocked. I mean, he's been to 3 finals.
No, he had a little help. He had help though.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think this the year PG plays well in the playoffs.
I do too.
I think it's fine. I think it's finally it.
I think he gonna.
She said she got Utah and Phoenix in the West. I like that.
I just don't think Phoenix ain't ready. I love now. If CP3 get them to the conference finals,
That'd be his.
Ooh-wee. He get Phoenix to the conference. I ain't saying he's gonna win it, but if he gets into the conference finals,
Yeah.
If he get Phoenix to the conference final, that's amazing.
man,
That might be an MVP.
It's amazing.
Like,
It's amazing because it's amazing because it's Phoenix, or
it's maybe because of the way CP3, even though he doesn't win,
Yeah, because it's Phoenix.
them teams are always competitive. Every team he's been on, man, they make the playoffs, they make runs, they're always competitive. I don't know how he do it. That little small guard gets it done. Like, period. Not everybody's gonna win an NBA championship. So you know what I'm saying?
Not everybody, but I mean, I do want to see him play in the finals for us.
I do too.
Before his career over, man. You know, I know they showed a list a while back. If if it's any of those guys on the list, you know, probably him and Melo would be my two guys that I would really like to see play in the finals. Melo.
Hold on, yeah, I'm about to answer that question too.
Okay, go ahead.
He said, "You think Miami can get Pat?" No, I don't. I just
No, I don't think they could beat the Bucks.
not this time.
Because they Drew Holiday makes a big difference to me.
And a coaching staff is playing a little bit. They coaching better too, because Giannis is just not going downhill every single time now. I've been watching them play, and they kind of been letting them catching at the free throw line, and also send picks for them so they can go down and catch in the post. So they've been playing a lot better.
And shout out to my boy Mint Productions, man. That asked a few of the questions, man. We got a lot of stuff going with him, man. We got a photo shoot that we doing with him coming up this month, man. He made the song, the intro song that you hear. Say what? Say it again. I guess I ain't no singer. Chuck probably can do a little better, but he made that song for us, man. So shout out to Mint Productions, man. If you need any graphic work, as far as you need some videos edited. If your child plays basketball or football, you need somebody to come tape the game and then edit the video. We got an in-person show coming soon, and he's going to produce that for us too, man. So he does a little bit of everything. He also plays music, the keys. He makes songs. So just check him out, man. You know what I mean? What you about to say something, Avery?
Is CJ McCollum coming back this year?
Yeah. I don't know.
He's supposed to be back. He's supposed to be back after the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
But they love saying that about somebody. They back after the All-Star break.
They say that about everybody.
I know, right?
They're saying the same thing about everybody.
That West boy.
Hey, look, I might have heard them say Clay was coming back after the All-Star break. Boy, they say anybody come back after the All-Star break. But we'll see. Like I said, we don't know what AD, and like she said, CP the real coach. I ain't gonna lie, he really is on the floor. Like he's
CP.
She said McCullum being evaluated this week. Megan, you dropping all the juice. Yeah, you talking about we got to get Megan up here. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Megan though, man. Like I say, you know, I be following her on follow her on IG, man. She's always very resourceful when it comes to information, man. I don't think people realize how good some of the women in this game are, man. Like I honestly feel like they run the game, to be honest with you, to be real. Like they really do their thing, man. So, you know, shout out to Megan. Avery, man, you want to go ahead and take us on out?
Appreciate the support, everybody. You see, we got the new merch. So if you need some merch, hit one of us 4 up. The hats, the shirts, the sweatshirts. We're gonna have hoodies, may have some polos. So just hit us up. We just appreciate your love and the support, man. And I know there's a lot of people behind the scenes that help us out. I know I can't think of everybody, so I just want to name it.
It's so many people,
but there's a lot of people helping us out behind the scenes. So we appreciate everybody. Just tune in 8:30 Tuesday, and like Ty said, we're gonna have a live in-person show. So be on the lookout for that. We're on Twitter now. If you can put that handle inside on the chat,
and the questions too, Avery.
The question with me, bro.
If anybody got any questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And please, during the week when we post, hit us up with the questions, and we'll use some of the questions for our topics or just address some of the questions because we do want the fan interaction as well. So please, and hopefully that gives more people to tune in because I know your questions will be answered, and we'll try to get to the best the minutes we can. But please ask us the questions. But for all the fellas, man, we thank you. We love y'all. Appreciate support. And y'all have a good night, okay?
And like he said, questions. I got a lot of books, and we got different stuff we want to give out, man. Hats, toboggans, you know what I mean? Whatever, man. You know, whatever y'all.
Yeah, some type of giveaway. We
got some stuff coming for the ladies. We got some scarves, you know what I mean? We got some headbands. We got some different stuff coming. So, like he said, man, just hit us up. You can hit any of the 4 of us up, or you can hit the Say What page up. And just ask us whatever, yeah.
And if you want to, what's the Cash App? You want to show us any love? Tell them the Cash App?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm about to, I could, you know what? I'm just gonna put
from a penny to $1, whatever, to show us some love.
Yeah,
support.
dude.
It doesn't mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's on there. You know what I'm saying? $, say it again, 2020. Easy. $, say it again, 2020. Right. Yeah, you want to send us a little something, whatever you send us, man, to go towards producing our in-person show or merch or, you know, different things that we got going on. So, you know. But yeah, appreciate that, man. Like Avery said, man, you know, just hit us up and we'll see y'all next week, man. We'll see y'all next Tuesday at 8:30. Taco Tuesday.
Say what, say it again.
Say what, say it again.
Most definitely.